everybody knew it down.
Hello.
We were the anti-nuclear capital of the world. I was an autistic kid. My father was a drafted United States Marine, an incredible man. I come from an incredible family. My uncle stood on Omaha Beach on D-Day. I grew up on a huge ranch out by the lake. He was a beautiful, incredible person. He was at Pendleton, combat ready, and they were human guinea pig. They were marched into the trenches in Nevada. They're called atomic veterans. He nearly died at the blast. Between 1951 and 1968, we had 300 open-air tests.
They're after me.
Well, as different scientists started to write about this, Wallace Stegner was at the University of Utah at the time. I got to know him. Edward
They got
Abbott
it all
was hanging
captured.
around.
I mean, we got
to
no
him.
shot.
I got to know
Just
all
beating our
these
head against the
environmentalists,
wall.
and I was an environmentalist.
Yeah, we got the
and
internet.
It was a passionate, intense subject matter there.
All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck.
So how, I mean, it's all...
They'll be calling you a radical.
I know.
Hillary Clinton, 311, whatever you want to call it. I call it Pacific genocide, whatever. It's fucking giant conspiratorial across all demographics. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. All nuclear fighters,
how arrogant they are.
on deck, all hands on deck, all
I
hands
changed
on
it.
deck.
Jeb will fix it. Jeb already fixed it.
311, whatever you want to call it. I call it Pacific genocide,
Now, that's
whatever.
like
It's
right
fucking
there.
giant conspiratorial across all demographics.
Everything's happening
They'll
there.
be calling you a radical. May God have mercy on all of your souls.
Nuclear power was evolving. We were promised, oh, this can't happen. It will never happen. We cannot have a meltdown.
Well, good morning. You ones that got out of the sheep pen. I think there's a couple, 3 or 4 of you that got out of the sheep pen. I hope, because 1 + 1 is not 3. 1 + 1 is not 3. 1 + 1 is not 3. 1 + 1 is 2. So the nuclear PR rats, the firms, the trolls, the ignorant, boy, did I name this movement right, post-ignorant. I thought we'd get some traction on the Fukushima as, you know, the anti-establishment, the anti-globalist, the anti-corruption, the anti-crowd, that what we are. I thought, well, Fukushima will be it. These arrogant control freaks, these rats, these trolls, these freaks got to realize that nuclear fallout kills rich people, control freaks, freaks too. And with the internet, people are educated. They know. Oh, no. Nope. I forgot about one equation. There's one equation we can't break down. Oh, they know. It's called dogma. The disease of dogma. The disease of dogma is so hardcore ingrained. The video game players have grown. The culture of hate, the culture of death has reached a zenith. Zenith of all time in history. This is even bigger than in Rome. Now, let's get real. In the Roman Empire, they would take homeless people, whatever people, you know, people they just didn't like, and throw them in the arena and unleash lions. And people would sit there for hours and dine on freaking chicken and watch the lion chase this guy around until he got him and killed him, and they would sit and watch him eat him. This is even worse. And, you know, we get back to what happened in Paris, we get back into what's going on in Syria. It proves to me. Okay, so alternative media, we have all alternative media. We're counterculturists, right? We're not buying into this shit. They're not pulling this on us. They're not pulling 9/11 again. Do you realize the kind of thing that happened in Paris happens all the time? I mean, it's part of this insane, evil world we've learned. You know, it's a Pandora's box that was opened. I'll go back to George McGovern, that incredible, the last great politician that we had. The night before we invaded Iraq, he's on Larry King on CNN, before CNN was completely taken over by the CIA and the military-industrialized complex and become Fox News' twin cousin. He says, we go in to Iraq, and this is right before we went in. He says, we will open up Pandora's box that we will never close. Oh, boy. So now they're reporting this maniac, these monsters in Syria that went and kill innocent people. I mean, how insane. Again, ignorance. So the guy that orchestrated, they said that he was targeted by drone strikes. Well, hello. There's 2 sides to war. That's what people don't understand. People don't get there's always an act. There's a reaction to all actions. That's basic fundamental philosophy. There's a reaction to all actions. And then there's a reaction to the reaction, a reaction to the reaction, and the Pandora, it's open. So they try to go, what do you think? People, I mean, they're going to counter in a sick, demented way, just like we do in a sick, demented way. I mean, airstrikes, and they kill whole freaking villages and families. So we get one person that they target as a so-called terrorist, and then they kill hundreds of civilians. And if you don't think that's true, just remember this, you dogma burger eating, fainting goats, and, you put your French flag up, whatever. I understand. I understand, because innocent people were killed, and that's evil, and it's sad, and it's disgusting. That's the world we live in, isn't it? Isn't that what we do? The culture of hate, the zenith. So you're going to fall for this. I saw stuff posted all over the they punted first, hunting license on ISIS, whatever, when we know for a fact the CIA made up ISIS. This has been proven over and over. There's a real famous case that went just several months ago in London. They charged this guy with being with ISIS. They had the full blown out trial. Inside the trial, his representative attorney, he had a good attorney, proved that the British, the Queen, and the British freaking apparatus there be, was supporting ISIS, doing the same thing this kid was doing. Thus, the judge had to throw the case out of court. We know for a fact, I mean, it's undocumented, unarguable, that it's ISIS Inc. And you're going to fall for that again? You're going to fall for that again? Somebody says, oh, that's the bloodiest thing that ever happened in Paris. I'm like, are you crazy? Fuck, do you forget in the 60s, you forget in the 70s, you forget in the 80s, you forget in the 90s? I mean, you forget this. How about the French Revolution? Hello, let's see, guillotine 40 people a day in the square. In the circle in Paris, 40 people a day. Public beheadings. A day. A day. Mass slaughters. You start talking about the blood that's flowed through freaking Paris, France. Oh, my God. You know nothing about history. That's the sad fucking thing about these fucking people. So the comfortability of fucking war, you got a fucking whole generation. The only thing worse than the baby bombers is the echo bombers. The echo bombers grew up playing video games. Look at the collateral damage video. So it's all come to fruition. We said it as activists. I refuse to let my children play with them. And you'll talk to my children, and when it was so in vogue, they'll tell you, they're grown freaking women, and they'll tell you the best thing you ever did. My one daughter's fiance told me a long time ago, he says, she told me about how you would refuse to let them have any video games. You refuse them to even come in the house. Whatever. She says, I wish my parents would have done that. So this is what it is. So it's been said multiple times. You want to get rid of war, bring back the draft. Absolutely. Start drafting these. Let's talk about this in the Vietnam era. In the Vietnam era, the Great War Resistance, the greatest activists in one of the group of greatest activists in human history, the anti-war movement in the cities. Amazing. Oh, you don't think that switched culture and stopped the Vietnam? It fucking stopped the war machine. It stopped this evil fucking thing. They did it. Oh, they fucking did it. How did that happen? These same hair-sprayed fucking trolls and rats, all fucking player, ignorant fucking idiots that sit around, that were all gung-ho, beating their chest about World War, that are the same Fox fucking Con, CNN, fucking, ISIS hunting license fucking morons. The same fucking people. Oh, they got a draft card. They got a draft card. When they got a draft card, they jump sides so fast and make your fucking head spin on it. They went to the fucking streets. Of course, the CIA got involved, and they co-opted the peace movement. It's very, read the Canyons. He does beautiful work. He's around. You can interview him or whatever. That guy's great. He proves how the CIA coverted the peace movement. The peace movement worked. The greatest reporter of our time, Dan Rather, because we had a guy who controlled fucking, he stood up to the machine, named Walter Cronkite. He says, fuck you. Fuck you and your war fucking machine. I'm the guy. I'm the most famous news reporter in America, and this guy had integrity. We have an integrity crisis in this country. People don't give a fuck. Well, I got news for you, all of you that don't give a fuck. And all these fucking people go kill fucking thing, rats, trolls, whatever. You're all going to fucking rot in the lowest form of hell. For real. Let's talk about this. You can get into philosophy, heaven or hell, good or fucking bad, all fucking religious philosophy, all fucking great minds always understood this. I don't care if you're an atheist. Einstein proved that fucking energy never ceases to exist. The human body is made of energy. It goes somewhere. I'm here to tell you. Well, my philosophy, my belief is that the whole fucking herd of you are going to be, not our group's not, going to be sucked into a black fucking hole for time and all eternity. This is the zenith of fucking hate and fucking destruction and evil. It's fucking, I wrote in my book in 10-10-10, Post-Ignorance, when I just left that in rough draft, didn't get anything, I'm expanding, before I got cancer. I wrote in that book, either we pivot right now or it will swallow us whole. We had a chance. No, because we got betrayed by a guy with a, I believed that he was sincere at first. I mean, I don't know. He was a play skull and bones rat from freaking Harvard, but he tricked us. The greatest betrayer in human history was always Bill Walmart Clinton, who compared himself to John Kennedy, who couldn't make a pimple on John Kennedy's ass. So I got past him. Barry Dunham, Barack Obama is the greatest betrayer in human history. The greatest. Bush evil, the Benedict Arnold of all time. Oh, fuck yeah. This Bush. Now, you think about it, Jeb Bush comes out. This is the arrogance of these fuckers. This is how fucking they throw it right in your fucking face. They know mission accomplished. They know they've got it all. They got the media. They got academia. They got the police force. They got the military. They got the minds and souls of the fucking sheep. They know that any contrarian, any great activist in the street, Snoud proved to us. Snoud came to us and says, there's fucking programs to discredit any activist. They're paying. They got PR firms all over. And not only that, they're going to try to kill you. I'm under heavy fucking attack right now. They're trying to kill me. For real. For real. Death threats. Fucking every kind of threat you could fucking ever imagine. But there's no one to protect us. Snoud said that. There's no one to protect Snoud. Snoud had to hide in Russia. No one to protect him. It's like the Pacific Ocean. They're murdering the Pacific Ocean. I mean, the greatest ecological catastrophe in fucking world history. There's no police to protect her. So we rely on the grassroots or the activists, me, Kevin Blanch, fucking from day one. Blanch going at it from day one. Yeah, there's been lots of people spring up and go along. The activist Jan Brooks, Gladship, Christina, the few of us, the thing. But the activist Kevin Blanch that gets out in the street and does the work, documents it, fights it, does it, while in critical condition, full of leukemia. The fucking tale has been told, the path has been set. I mean, an incredible story. My place, my time. I mean, how compelling can it be? How much more do these fainting goats want? Right? Who's going to say it's going to fucking mass murder? It's going to scare you the day that it happens. It's going to fucking kill the Pacific Ocean. It's going to give you leukemia. It's going to kill you. Then I get leukemia. You watch my fight. You watch my path. You watch me go through the fucking battle. But that's not enough. That's not enough. You fucking, because 1 + 1 is 3 in your minds, in the fucking world's mind. 1 + 1 is 3. 1 + 1 is 3. No, 1 + 1 is 2. Fukushima happens. And people think, they couldn't possibly cover this up. Ken Buesler says it right. Ken Buesler says it fucking right. You heard me right. Ken Buesler says it exactly right. He'll say, there's nobody studying the ocean. Huh. Of course, Ken Buesler's name's on the only international secret study that got leaked out to me that says it's 1,000 times. 1,000 times the Bracken study on day 100. I posted it all over. It's right there. Because people don't want the fucking truth. Because dogma, they're hypnotized, they're fucking brainwashed. That fucking television and that box did it. It took a long time. Video games, the buy consumption, fucking let's go shopping. When the United States consumes 38% of the world's GDP, makes up less than 3% of the population. They buy into the fucking fairy tale that it's okay to exploit a brown person from the South and pay them cash. It's just like, okay, again, the online academia, we knew that was all corrupt. The biggest one, Western Governors, that's owned by the ex-governor of Utah, Mike Levitt here, who had a cabinet position, a guy who had been they owned a fish farm, who had been fined by the EPA hundreds of times. Some of the biggest polluters, evil as fuck people to the environment and everything, and then Bush makes him head of the EPA. This is how fucking corrupt this place has become. It's fucking gone. Completely, it's hit its fucking zenith of it. The capitulation, 3/11/11, I used to think that was a capitulation. But the capitulation is the cover-up of Fukushima. The fucking whole fucking mass murder that's going, there's two sides to all wars. You open the Pandora's box. You draw innocent people, then they go kill innocent people. Then you draw more innocent people, then they go kill more innocent people. The evil death fucking match, the evil death spiral that was developed by here in the United States by video game fucking software developers. Hey, come, we'll make you rich. You know, they trick. Manning says it perfect. By the way, I'm the guy that came up with Snowden Manning 2016. You think Manning's confused? Of course he's confused. You think Jenner's confused? Of course they're confused. This whole fucking place is confused. How could you not be confused? They poisoned our fucking food chain. Our food chain is so grotesquely and so horrific poisoned. You realize how fucked up our food chain is? It's a wonder we're not all dead just from it. Because they just hand it over. You know, and then they co-opted it so perfectly, the Koch brothers and the fucking AstroTurf. They played the race card. They went into the ignorant when Obama got elected and somehow fucking he's black. When he's not black, there's nothing black about the guy. They co-opted the energy and turned it into race. They turned it into he's a socialist. They preyed on the fucking ignorant and let the ignorant do their dirty work. The ignorant came out, got their AK-47s, got their guns, and when all the AK-47 and only guns are going to do is get you killed. That's all it's going to do is get you killed. Because everybody's on it, and I'm all for owning guns. I think everybody has the right to own a gun. No doubt about it. But the obsession, the gun obsession, the gun, and let's like, for instance, Sandy Hook, you know, that and same old fucking, it's the same old playbook. The mother was sexually molesting the boy. That's right. The mother was the hardcore abuser. They're fucking mentally ill, fucking obsessed with the guns, fucking molest the boy. Same with fucking the guy who killed John Lennon. Same with fucking Charles Manson. Same with fucking Ted Bundy. I won't stop. I go on and on and on. It always is the same dynamic in these male mass murders. Hardcore abused children by the mother. That's where it comes from. They fucking lash out, but it's so the access to these fucking madman weapons. The guy invented the AK-47 said it so perfectly. He just passed away. He called it the greatest weapon of mass destruction in human history. He said that. That's saying a lot. I mean, gas in fucking World War One. You know, you dress up. You know, they're not fucking heroes. They're not heroes. Fox is fucking right. Firefighters are not heroes. Fucking, they're victims. Well, firefighters, I mean, come on. What do firefighters do? They don't work anymore. And you fuck think, oh, yeah, I mean, they don't work. I know tons of them. They just fucking, a lot of them are friends in New York. They don't work, ever. Fuck, there ain't no fires in New York. How many firemen, you know what they pay them? You just, they're on us money. What are we going to do? Tell them, no, they'll tell you that. They're like, it's obscene. It's crazy. And by the way, they hate Giuliani with a fucking passion. Go talk to one of the old Irish fucking firemen in New York and talk about Giuliani. They hate him with a deep-rooted fucking passion. And I'll tell you what. Look, I was fucking on Wall Street in the fucking 90s. I fucking worked here in you know, I had my plaster business going here in Oregon. I was a derivative arbitrage host for a freelance company named Anderson Jensen. You know, so I knew the fucking apparatus. I was in the towers many fucking times. When you fucking worked it, and all the Wall Street firms were in that, they tried to blow it up in 94. So there was a fucking apparatus at the towers to fucking, you had to go through classes if you worked there or whatever. Wall Street had classes. And said, if anything ever happens, whatever, not only do you get out of the building, you get away from the building for miles. Don't go near it because it'll collapse and come down. Because they tried to blow it up in 94, remember? They had fucking detonation charges along the bottom of it. You remember? The guy's sitting in prison right at Rikers Island right here today. It's in New York City. They didn't take him to Guantanamo because it was before the country was a bunch of fearmongers, before you were completely fucking hijacked with fear, before fucking Fox News and Operation Foxconn. Operation Foxconn, the military, 2000. Jeb fixed it. The leaner, smaller military, they knew. The Queen fucking says, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? George Walker Bush, George Walker Bush, George Walker Bush. Fucking, you know, through Karl Rove, all of them. Karl Rove, the genius that he is, he fucking, genius. He's one of the most evil, satanic fucking monsters that ever walked. And the Republican Party is one day going to wake up and realize he did not fucking save the party. He destroyed the Republican Party. He's never wanted a fucking president, not even close. They stole one in 2000. Bush didn't win. Jeb fixed it. Jeb's going to right in your fucking face. Bernie, way ahead. Look, you look at the poll numbers that came after Bernie-Hillary fucking debate. All the numbers show Bernie wins by 84%. Everybody loves Bernie, everything. Every Democrat you fucking talk. When I'm in New York, everybody got Bernie Sanders, all the fucking liberals, all the Democrats. They all got Bernie Sanders. Everybody I know some of the most hardcore liberals I know. Some of the most hard, they all hate Hillary with a passion. They all know that she's a fucking globalist, hardcore Westinghouse neocon. Everybody. Yet they show her way up in the polls because the polls are fucking rigged. Who are the fucking polls? The fucking elections are rigged. They're fucking rigged. They jerry-rig the fucking districts. They fucking control the polls. They control the voting districts. They have closed caucuses in the Republican Party. It's handpicked. They fucking mission accomplished. There is no fucking Constitution. The Patriot Act took it out. Snowden told us all this. So I think, Fukushima's the saving grace. It finally happened. The major fucking ecological catastrophe. The world's going to fucking erupt and go ballistic, and they're going to go in and fucking entomb it. The world's going to go crazy because the oligarchs are going to wake up and realize, the control freaks that have bought the Kool-Aid, the military apparatus, they're going to wake up and realize that this fucking kills them too. This is killing the entire planet. It's going to kill the fucking Pacific Ocean. It's going to kill unless they step in and do something. But I didn't realize how evil and sick and satanic these motherfuckers are. They're like, no, I didn't realize how fucking gone the American populace is. I did not realize they are that gone, not coming back. I used to do interviews for years. You know, I was the go-to a lot of things in this fucking state. I was the go-to guy for a lot of times. But no, I got no shot, no attempt. So I didn't realize how dogma and brainwashed these fuckers are on their goals, their gods, their fucking, how easy it work. And then the far fucking left, how fucking, I mean, there's still people saying, oh, Al Gore's this great for the environment. This is how insane they are. When Al Gore built a house, it sucked up $8,000 worth of energy a fucking month. He raped two, not one, two. He tried to rape one, not one, but two different separate massage therapists. As Tipper. No charges. The fucking bloodlines at birth. It's fucking gone. It's gone. So we have no shot. You do realize that we have no chance now. The only thing we have a chance for is the young. I used to call it the post-ignorance generation, the 35 and up. I found that it's probably about 26 or 27 and under. The 17-year-old, the 18-year-old, the 16-year-old, the 19-year-old, the 21. I show up to my rallies. They're the fucking smart, articulate ones now. They're the ones that get it. It's that fucking gone. So we have to fight for them. That's it. Because it's gone. It's over. We lost. We got our fucking ass kicked. They're going to kill all of us as far as our activists. They're going to kill us all. And it's ironic to me, people that listen to this radio show, they know I do it over my cell phone. The only time these fucking people will call, the rats and the trolls, they fucking call during the radio show. They know that every attempt to fucking go at us, the lock, stock, barrel. We have the American populace against us. We have the military apparatus against us. We have fucking law enforcement been hijacked after us. We have no fucking shot. We have no fucking chance. They're going to kill us. I mean, it's come to that fucking point. We have no fucking shot. But we're going to have to try to just record some in history for these young wolves can fucking look back and say, these motherfuckers, wow. It's not going to happen. And I love how the whole populace thinks they can fight this machine with their gun. A guy told me the other day, well, fuck, there's fucking 300 million fucking guns. I don't give a fuck if you got 10 billion guns. Why don't you go fucking race your covered wagon at fucking Speed Week on the Bonneville Salt Flats? They passed the technology of the gun fucking 100 years ago. These fuckers don't play with guns. Are you kidding? The fuck what they play with? Are you kidding? These fuckers have drones you can't even fucking see. They have lasers, and they have the military completely hijacked because the American populace, and I proved it with what happened in France, the so-called countercultural community, who's all over fucking the internet, everyone put and I'm all for the French flag, and I think that was great that people did that. But the problem I have with is same old stuff after 9/11. ISIS hunting licenses, fucking, they kicked first, were elected to receive, and they show these things of fucking giant fucking B-52 bombers. Let's glass them with same old ignorance. Same old ignorance. When the United States of Barack Obama has droned literally fucking hundreds of thousands of innocent people, including Doctors Without Borders, Barack Obama and the military compliance do never forget that he droned Doctors Without Borders. I come from that group. That's my family. fucking, I come from a whole family of incredible, famous, infamous doctors. There's the guys part of the group that are raised. One of the greatest human rights fucking groups in world history is Doctors Without Borders. They don't fucking buy. They're not. Here's Greenpeace. You know the head of Greenpeace paid himself how many millions of dollars last year and paid no taxes? You know the head of the Syria paid himself how many millions of dollars, paid no taxes? You know, it's like the NFL. They've co-opted Joel Osteen $33 million. Fucking, I mean, they've co-opted everything. They've got religion. The religious leaders making hundreds of millions of dollars, just raping, robbing. The tax code. I talked to an IRS agent the other day. They were set up at the university. And I'm like, really? You allow these people to pay cash, and well, you could clean it up with a stroke of a pen. Well, we can't prove it. I said, how can you not prove it? The general contractor sends a 1099 to the subcontractor. You know how much work he's doing. You know that he's recording these people on cash on his balance sheet. You know it. It's that simple. It's a keystroke. Yet you won't do it. You won't do it. Why? Because the entire American populace is bought in that corruption is good. Corruption is bad. White-collar crime is good. It is bad. Here I have a GoFundMe. I'm in fucking fighting for my life for leukemia. I raise fucking how much money a year? Less than 10 grand a fucking year. And I look at the activism I do, yet the fucking rats and the wolves and the fucking has to what for me, try to kill me, threaten me. I mean, it's gang stalking, fucking incredible. I mean, this fucking rat up in Calgary. I mean, this fucking lunatic criminal. These fucking maniacs all over. Yeah, I don't see him going after the Sierra Club. I don't see him going after Greenpeace, who loot fucking how many hundreds of millions of dollars a year, and they do nothing. They do nothing because they know. They know you don't stand up to the nuclear industry. You stand up to the nuclear industry, they Karen silk with you. It's a long history of it. Ever since the fucking 45. The day they dropped fucking little boy in Hiroshima, this started. And the first guy they teed up and went after was J. Robert Oppenheimer. The second guy they went after was Albert Einstein. Hardcore. Long history. Called them commies. Fucking called them, wow. I mean, they threw every dirty trick in the fucking book. They have killed 84. India, there's a major fight going in the nuclear industry. Journalists and fucking anti-nuclear, 84 of them. And then they'll put it into print, that it was a pro-nuclear, and the Americans say, no, they're nuclear physicists. A lot of nuclear physicists, the most nuclear physicists in the history of nuclearism, 1940s to present, the vast majority of them are hardcore anti-nuclear, like Albert Einstein was, like J. Robert Einstein, because they know. They become anti-nuclear because they understand the equation of this fucking evil, mass-murdering fucking monster that's simply a uranium mine that the Queen owns, just like gold. You know, let's go back to the gold standard when the Rothschilds and the fucking Queen owned, the ones who invented the gold standard, who own all the fucking gold. Let's get the fucking guns. Let's buy our AK-47s when fucking the NRA is fucking completely fucking hijacked by the fucking Queen, by Fox News. They're the one. Look at what they're charging you for bullets now. Who do you think owns the fucking bullets? Yet, so then they call the police, and you think, I'm on the side of the police. No, you're not. Every single one of these cases, I'm going to talk about this one that happened last week in Utah. And this is like the millionth one that happens here. So they think, I'd support the police or whatever, fucking, and the police are caught in this fucking, 90% of police are very good people. More than that. They're great people. They're caught in this. They're just as much as fucking at danger as fucking the rest of us because they're caught in this fucking whole gun culture of fucking nutcases. I mean, they know mentally if fucking people get their hands on it. They know fucking, I mean, so they're fucking caught in it. Well, the whole world's caught in it. We're all. So there was one here. So there's some mentally ill fucker who's loose in Midvale in Utah. He's been fucking he's obviously mentally ill as fuck. You know, people say he's out robbing houses. He's just fucking gone because we don't deal with mental illness in this country. The jails have had to deal with mental illness because remember what Reagan did? We had homes for those people for fucking 200 years in this country. He gutted it. The free market fair tells they gutted everything. Oh, let the free market handle the fucking mentally ill. Let their families deal with these fucking ones. You know how many there are? So they roam the fucking streets. They're out of it. They're schizophrenic. They don't even know where the fuck they're at. And they live in a delusionary world. So this guy's got a fucking sawed-off shotgun. This homeowner doesn't even know he has a sawed-off shotgun. This guy's beating on the door, kicking on the door. You know, there's cops everywhere, right? Call 911. Well, apparently they did call 911. Well, the cops don't show up, I guess. I mean, they're sure there, fuck want anything else. I don't, you know, I guess they weren't gung-ho that night. I don't know. I would think they would respond. I mean, they seem to respond on the contrary. So, he fucking, you know, goes to the fucking door, turns on the light, the guy fucking runs. He's been kicking the door, front door. The family's scared, which they should be scared. That's right. That's what police are for. You call the police, they come find the fucking mentally ill fucker, get him fucking locked up. But no. So the guy fucking leaves. So the guy goes back in his house. He's got not one gun, but he's got inches. He tells his wife, and this is widely reported, well, I think I'm going to use the 357 on this guy. This other, and this is a, you know, contemporary, you know, good so-called Bible-toting. Well, you don't tote the Bible, you know, Mormon Christian, which they're not Christians. So, you know, good, doing everything that he's taught to. He's a, you know, he watches Fox and KSL religiously, and he thinks he's a patriot when they're the most anti-American thing in the fucking American history, United States history. The most anti thing in United States history. We're not America. We're the United States of America. So, the most anti-United States of America thing in history is Fox News. They're the most unpatriotic fucking people in the history. They're the queen, the same people we throw out. So, he's a good, you know, doing what he's told. He goes in, he says, I'm going to go follow this guy. So he goes outside. Well, he doesn't see, the guy's naked, I understand. And he's standing, he's hurt his leg. Well, he's acting like he's hurt his leg. And he's limping, and the guy puts the gun in his face. And the guy runs. So he starts walking down the sidewalk. He's walked 2 blocks. This guy's following. He thinks he's fucking Zimmerman with Trayvon Martin. For real. I'm going to take care of this motherfucker. I got my gun. Well, the guy's acting like he's limping. He's going down the road. This guy can't see that he's faking the limp. He's got a sawed-off shotgun that he's hiding behind his leg, and that's what the fake limp's about. So the guy keeps going after him, fucking threatening to kill him, follows him 2 blocks in. So the guy spins around and points the shotgun. Boom, boom. They both fire at the exact same fucking time. They're both fucking dead. When all he had to do, this fucking maniac, was call 911, call the fucking police. And why were the police letting them fucking mentally ill guy just fucking roam the neighborhoods? They knew that he was there. They knew that this same thing had happened in other incidents in houses. Because that's what police is, isn't it? I like how they call themselves law enforcement. I thought courts were law enforcement. Police are police. Look up the fucking word. Law enforcement is the courts. That's under the Constitution of the United States. But they hijacked that on the military coup d'etat. Jeb fixed it. Oh boy, did he. And think about how stupid he is. You think that's a Freudian slip? Jeb fixed it. Jeb will fix it. That's his new campaign slogan. Jeb fixed it. He didn't win. Kathleen Harris to be named his new running mate. You think about this, how in your fucking face these maniac monsters are. The military coup of 2000. Then they just go fucking ballistic. 9/11. Some people say, oh, 9/11 inside job. I'm like, next thing you're going to tell me the sun come up. But again, 15 years later, people want to wake up. I mean, ugly things happen in this fucking world. Billy Joel, the world's always been burning, turning, but now they know how to play it. Any incident that happens, they fucking just, they know that. Look, anybody that's got half a brain knows these fucking things happen over and over and over. That's called humanity. There's evil people out there and evil forces out there, but the evil forces are in hairspray and masquerade. I mean, the evil people are the fucking lobbyists or the corporate fucking CEOs, I mean, and these rats and these trolls. So, these evil fucking monsters, they know that bad stuff's going to happen, but they know how to use it now, don't they? Oh boy, because they have the media 100% captured. And everybody says they're all, and they have alternative media completely captured through dogma. They're hypnotized. People are hypnotized. So they're coming at me, they're trying to kill me right now. And, you know, I tell people that and they think I'm crazy. Well, it's obvious, going to go on the internet. Look at the violence they're inciting towards me. Look what they're doing towards me. Look at Dana. How does Dana possibly get arrested when look what they do? Look at these PR rats and trolls right in the same jurisdiction where Dana was arrested. How can Dana be arrested without these other people? Right? Because there's two sets of rules. There's two sets of rules. There's the set of rules for anti-nuclear activists, and there's a set of rules for everyone else. We have no rights. Zero. We have no protection. I have no protection. Everybody says, oh, the Russian ain't. You know, look what they did to Karen Silkwood. And everybody says, oh, what? I mean, it was proven in a court of fucking law. They murdered Karen Silkwood, a great anti-nuclear activist. The media won't touch us because the media is that fucking... Alternative media is more ignorant than fucking mainstream media. Bagley started bad-mouthing Anonymous, by the way, Paul Bagley and bad-mouthing Anonymous. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You fucking... He just feeds... Look, they find a demographic to feed to the dogma. Whether it be fear porn, whether it be the God died, Jesus died so you could be rich, Jesus died so you could fucking kill his fucking own relatives in the Middle East. And they just run with it. Because the sheep are that gone. Look, if you have a YouTube site, or you have an alternative media site that's getting major views, you're fucked. You're fucking feeding, all you're doing is feeding dogma. All you are is becoming part of the fucking herd. Because that's where the herd, that's where the 99%, it's just like Occupy. We are the, no, you're not. No. The fucking true real activist is the less than 1%. The bankers fucking did this because they can. Because we let them as a popular culture. Because we've gone along with whatever they feed us. The fucking, somehow the boogeyman. These evil monsters that went in, young, every action has a reaction. It's being reported now that the United States tried to drone the guy who fucking orchestrated all this. They love it, by the way. When this happens, the defense contractors, the fucking Fox News, CNN, they actually get a hard on. It turns them on. I mean, this is the sickness. And this is these fucking sick, fucking abused children that become politicians. Barack Obama, hardcore abused child. Hardcore. And he says it in his own book. Live in his car, I mean, fucking mess. The stepfather abused the fuck out of him in Thailand. Which that's what they do in Thailand. So he becomes, the abuser becomes the abused. They find it. Bill Clinton, hardcore fucking abuses a child. He becomes the fucking abuser. And if you don't think he's a fucking... You know, all the fucking fine. You know nothing about him. He used to fucking send the highway patrol out to fucking stalk for him and just fucking arrest any decent-looking girl. That's why I met Jennifer Flowers. And they would bring him back so he could fucking have sex with different fucking females. Hillary Clinton, him, an arranged marriage. I mean, how many? Well, she doesn't care. Why does she care? If Hillary Clinton fucking is no more interested in a man having sex with her than fucking, you know, even if she does, she's an abused fucking child. You know, Yoko Ono said it the other day. I cannot believe people are not going off on this. Yoko Ono says, yeah, I had a sexual affair with fucking Hillary Clinton in the 70s. I met other people. They met through Skull and Bones because of fucking Yoko Ono's father. Yoko Ono, they've got the museums captured. Yoko Ono's the darling. They're the most hated person in all of the fucking United States in the 1970s. The most hated person is now the darling of the art community. Again, the zenith, the capitulation of hate. John Lennon said about her. John Lennon said about her. She's a dude in drag. John Lennon's words. John Lennon, the victim of abuse, and he gets fucking murdered. You know, by a fucking sexual abuse. I mean, it's amazing to me how fucking degenerate the United States is. How degenerate have we become? This is a degenerate nation. It's self-fulfilling prophecy. When the fucking ocean dies, it turns them on. When they see dead whales wash up, they get excited and they fucking go take selfies on them. This is how sick this country is. The dead fucking blue, a dead blue washed up, and it's unheard of. It never happens. It's the biggest animal on Earth, the biggest creature on Earth, washes up dead. So you know what they're doing with him in Oregon? They're stuffing him, going to put him on the boardwalk at Newport Beach as a tourist attraction. He starved to death. Because they love it. They love it. Ooh, starved to death sea lions. Let's play fucking volleyball on dead bird. I walked the whole one. I visualized it. Saw it with my own eyes. So here I stand at Fukushima saying Fukushima's going to kill the Pacific Ocean. And everybody looked at me like I was completely insane. I sounded completely fucking insane and crazy. And I get hundreds of people email me now this. I used to watch your videos and think you're insane. I don't get no apologies from nobody, including Garney Gunderson, including Chris Buzzy, including fucking Beyond Nuclear, including all of them. They all went at me. I have the emails to prove it. They all went. I had the field in the early days. I had the entire fucking Fukushima field. And I told it perfectly in fucking hardcore, radical fucking intense, trying to fucking save the fucking animals of the Pacific Ocean, trying to save your life. But people are so sick, they will try to kill the person that's trying to save because they're degenerate. North America is degenerate. The PR firms that are going at us, they can get cancer and die too. The fucking nuclear scientists, but isn't that what they want? It's like the girl who goes into Chernobyl and eats the apple in Germany. Isn't that what she's into? She's trying to kill herself. That's what degenerate people do. Drug addicts. Oh, fucking sick, degenerate gamblers. Fucking porn addictions. They're degenerate. Self-fulfilling prophecies. They hate the world. They hate themselves. That's who we are. The fucking food addiction, the obesity. Because we become degenerate, because we self-internalize the strife, the tattooing, the fucking piercing, the fucking guns, the threatening each other. Fucking pure fucking degenerate sick. It is the zenith. It is the zenith. And they will kill us all. Any person who stands. You can talk about Jesus Christ, made up the whole story, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's the story that we talk about. It's the story that we tell. It's like a fucking... We talk about in Latin still. We still talk about fucking the Spartans in Greek mythology. We still talk about fucking Frozen, the Nordic fucking gods. We still go back to those stories. What are their stories or they're real people? Does it matter? No, because that's what forms and shapes humanity, because it is good versus evil. And the story of Jesus was good versus evil. He threw the money changers out at the bank. He had brown eyes. He was a fucking Middle Eastern fucking Jew who was a fucking tree-hugging, raven-tick, fucking lunatic, fucking liberal. Feed the hungry. Fucking heal the afflicted. Protect them. So what do they do to this truth teller? This guy that says you fucking people are evil. You people are masquerading in hairspray. You're exploiting. You're usury. You're evil. He tells the truth, reality. So what do? Not only just kill him, they torture him to death. You think they just fucking cut his head off with the guillotine? No, they hang him on a cross, put nails through his hands and through his feet. That's what they do. They torture, just like Putin with the guy they didn't like. He gave him polonium. He could have just killed him. No, let's make them suffer because they're that sick. They did the same thing to fucking all the great activists. They killed Gandhi. Gandhi was murdered, you do know that. They killed Martin Luther King. They killed Malcolm X. All the fucking great truth tellers, and it by his own people usually. John Kennedy. They murdered him. I still say the nuclear cartel murdered him, and I can prove it. People don't want to hear it because, again, dogma. All the dogma that's swirled. Bobby Kennedy, they killed him. I mean, I can go on and on and on. Wellstone, dead. Michael Hastings, dead. I am Pat fucking Tillman, dead. Aaron Swartz, fucking dead. All of them. None left fucking standing. Because the fucking zenith of hate. They have these haters do their work for them. They incite hate. They incite fucking fear. They incite, and then these fucking abused freaks that are zeros. The trolls that are out trying right, they're total fucking zeros, and they know they're zeros. They know their life is meaningless as zero. They've never had any joy. They've never had a fucking epic sexual experience with someone who loved them. They've never had a fucking epic fucking experience in the wilderness or with the trees or out in the fucking street. They've never fucking accomplished anything. They've never had the art of learning a fucking skill with a hawk and trowel in their hand or a fucking hammer and saw. They've never had that. That's why they always go for the carpenters. They always go for the craftsmen. Always. Jesus Christ was a carpenter. The craftsman. Paul Revere was the great silversmith. The great furniture makers, and they always go after them first because they know they're the logical reason. That's how the Masons started. They co-opt the Masonic fucking idealism. They co-op it all. It becomes greed and sickness. But it's capitulated now. Fukushima? No, the cover-up of Fukushima. The Pacific Ocean is on. I said in the early days, everybody says, oh, you're crazy, you're fucking lunatic, blah, blah, because they're fucking ignorance. They have no idea what a nuclear meltdown is. They have no idea that it can never be turned off. It can be never stopped. And it just slowly fills the fucking earth forever. They have no idea the power of the nuclear industry. And fed these maniacs through Price Anderson, through fear. They have all the power of the United States fucking Congress through Price Anderson. They have all the power through the UN, through the IAEA fucking hijack it. They have all the money. They have all the power. They have all the military. They have all the dogma. They have all the fake activists. They have it all. They have it all. So there's always one or two or three or four, a small handful, who's willing to stand up. Martin Luther King said it straight up. He didn't put the idea of that. He could have fucking took over his father's church and been, a celebrity. He could have been bigger than Joel Osteen ever fucking dreamed his ass of being. Asked him. Because there was a tiny few says, we have to stand up. Rosa Parks stood up. A tiny few had to stand up. So they asked him to do it. He says, are you fucking crazy? They'll kill me. They will kill me. They didn't tell him, no, they won't. They says, yeah, we know. But he fucking did it anyway. He knew he'd be killed. Malcolm X tried to defend himself. They fucking said it because all they did was out the fucking, again, the sexually abused, the phony, fake fucking, the guy was a pedophile. He was raping 14-year-olds, fucking them left and right. He outed him. Malcolm, what changed you? What turned you so righteous? When I went to Mecca and I saw blonde-haired, blue-eyed Muslims. They've taught you to hate fucking 2 billion fucking Muslims. They taught you that the Quran teaches hate, which is so untrue. They've taught you all this. They've groomed your pastor when fucking Thomas Jefferson put his hand on the Quran when he was Quran. The United States had the separation of church and state for these very said reasons, but it's all back. Not Christian nation. We're the fake Christian nation. 99.99%, anybody, which 80% of this population calls themselves Christians in the United States. 99% of those people are fucking the devil. They're the opposite of any teaching of Jesus Christ. Completely the opposite. Completely the opposite. Thou shalt not kill. Give them, for they know not what they do. Those are the people killing him. He understood that it had to be forgiveness. You had to forgive, or the Pandora's box opens and it kills and kills and kills. That's what's going on, and it won't. It's not going to end. Not end until the earth's over. It'll be, I feel so far for the younger generation because technology is raced that big. And the only way that it ever breaks is inside the military. But that's not going to happen because the media, Fox News, mission accomplished, Jeb fixed it. The military coup of 2000, it was over that day. The day they stole the election, it was over. For the world. Over. Over. I'm here to tell you, it's fucking over. They won. We're done. We're fucking done. Now, I'll continue my activism, whatever. Yeah, just to record myself in history so that maybe my soul, when they kill me, will go into the fucking, maybe I'll get another life. I'll get another chance. Maybe there is a heaven. I don't know. That I go to the good place. I don't get sucked into a black hole for time and all eternity, which all the fake Christians are going to. And, it's that simple. It is a simple fight between good and evil. They're doing everything they can right now to fucking kill me. Every fucking thing. You wouldn't believe what's going on with me. Death threats fucking out the yin yang, which I've been getting those ever since fucking my YouTube site started. Always block calls, always fake names, the culture of hating, and there's no one to protect me. No one. I say the angels, yeah, that's it. All I have is the faith in the fucking people that have been murdered by the nuclear cartel. I have no faith in them. That's my only chance. And by the way, when I'm out and about in the street and I'm out and about doing activism, I always seem to have, most of the time, an angel shows up out of nowhere to saves me and helps me. It's usually one person. It's usually just one person that you'll never know. They show up. Like when I was in Copenhagen, Dan showed up out of nowhere when I was so fucking beat up. I was so tired. I was so afraid that I was being stalked in fucking Europe by the fucking nuclear fucking Arriva. They all work for Arriva, by the way. All these rats are funded through their fucking PR thing through Arriva. Do you know who Arriva is? The French-run nuclear fucking state French government. I literally was chased out of Geneva. I fucking had my fucking, while I was gone, they fucking cloned my emails, sent all kinds of fucking bullshit emails in my name. They cloned my Facebook accounts. They cloned my fucking YouTube. They're still cloning them all over, which Google and Facebook both say you can't clone. So you go to them and say, hey, they're cloned. They don't care because they're in on it. And if you don't believe me that Facebook's in on it, we have to use Facebook. So it's the only way we can communicate. But they have total control. Sheila, look her up. The CEO that runs the whole thing. Yeah, her husband that was murdered. That was her husband. A billionaire that was murdered in Mexico, not one bit of media. They've come out and said how I fell off the treadmill. The resort comes out and says we have the best fucking video surveillance on earth. It was never here. 42-year-old multi-billionaire who's directly related to the Rothschilds, right out of the House of Windsor. George Walker Bush, Walker, the Walkers right out of the House of Windsor. Rodham, Hillary Rodham, the Rodham family right out of the House of Windsor. It's the same fight. The new American Revolution is the old American Revolution. Started by a fucking couple craftsmen. An old fucking plaster named Kevin Blanch with a hawk and trowel in his hand. You know, two of by fucking Paul Revere. Two of by Ocean Current, one of by Jetstream. I tried to scream. I rode through the fucking streets of California and screamed with a megaphone. The British are coming. The British are coming with their uranium mines. The British are coming. The British are coming. They used Fukushima. Did they do it on purpose? Let's see. Let's build nuclear reactors on the greatest fucking fault lines in the world. Let's build 48 of them in Japan. And it's like people that sit in Japan and say, oh, you're crazy. You don't know. It's fine over here. How the fuck would they know? Nuclear fallout's invisible. You can't see it. People don't have eyeballs bursting in their head and blood. I go back to Semmelweis all the time. All roads lead to Vienna. So I'm going to have to, and I'm working on it. I'm going to have to, I can't get an attorney. I have no attorney to represent me. I have my own personal attorney here. He's the best criminal attorney in the fucking state. He's got my back. He's there. But he's not an immigration attorney, whatever. But I'm going to have to seek political asylum in fucking Austria because there's no one to protect me, you know, and so they're trying to kill me, and I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. They're trying to kill Dana. I'm not kidding. They know. It's simple. Gandhi fucking warned us. Everybody's always warned us. As an activist, in-the-street activist, they will go at you, think you're crazy, whatever. That's the first step. The second step, they'll try to discredit you. Third step, discredit you, fucking play that game with you. Third step, they will fucking get fucking aggressive. They will get fucking crazy and they will go at you and try to kill you. Fourth step, they kill you. They killed Gandhi. You know, he was fucking killed. They were all killed. So that's where we're at, and I have no one that's going to protect me. And I've come to that conclusion. I know that. I know I'm fucking totally on my fucking own. I've come to learn that. The fucking other so-called artists, you know, I don't know. And I understand. I understand. You know, I chose it. I chose this fucking walk, so let it be. So be it. You know, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid after being in the bone marrow transplant center. You know, I love my kids. I love my grandkids. I love them. And I love the Pacific Ocean. And I'm truly heartbroken, I got to tell you. I've never been so heartbroken in my fucking life as I am right fucking now, the last few days. Yeah, I'm going to a bone marrow transplant. 4 years ago today, I'm in a coma. In a full blown out fucking coma. Everybody's fighting for me. The hospital fights for me. You got to watch it on YouTube. Tell the greatest tale ever fucking told in human history. I tell it in exact detail. Just tell the fucking truth of these mass murdering fucking crazies. Barack Obama stands on the White House lawn and tells the biggest lie in human history. He tells the greatest lie in human history. Fukushima's happening. We want to be transparent because the American populace has the right to know. That's what he said. He's never said another word about Fukushima since. He was told to stand down. The nuclear cartel Mullen Van, I can prove it. He replaces Chu, that rat, with MIT. He crashes RadNet. He makes the head of RadNet, who crashed RadNet. He raises the legal limit 1,600 times, Gina McCarthy. He makes her head of the EPA. The person who orchestrated the cover-up of Fukushima. He promotes her within. He lets the MIT Media Lab fucking take total control. The people that killed Aaron Swartz. They killed Aaron Swartz, you know this. The whole fucking media cover-up of Fukushima is ran from the same room. For real, MIT Media. And I told you that, but you can't see. Aaron Swartz knew it. He went in there and tried to He's like, these fuckers, and they're using our own money to kill us. Aaron Swartz knew it. They're using our own money to kill us. These evil, I thought, well, Fukushima will wake them up because these same rats in MIT Media Lab, don't they realize it'll kill them? I got news for you. Steve Jobs, the richest man who had the best access to the best healthcare in the world. There's no secret planets. There's no secret field. There's no nothing. This is the fucking most arrogant, sick, degenerate populace in history. The Mormons want the earth to end. The hardcore radicals, because they're that arrogant. Joel Osteen wants the earth to end. These people, these evangelicals, they want the earth to end. Self-fulfilling prophecy. We told you. See, we told you. We're going to burn the earth down and take it with us, and we're going to heaven, and we're going to get our fucking own planet with our fucking virgins. That's Mormon theology. Look at the Catholic Church if you don't believe me. They pedophile and fucking rape how many fucking young boys? How many? Did any of them go to prison? If you don't think they have control, did one of them go to prison? Do you think there's a judicial in this country? There's no judicial in this country. There's no constitution in this country. The last bastion of hope was the fucking religious leaders. They got them. Martin Luther King was the last true religious leader. They killed him. There's none left. Even the fucking African American fucking antebellum South community is bought into the Kool-Aid. You're going to be the next King James. LeBron James has moved right next to fucking Tom Brady now. He's the new king. Tore down a whole neighborhood to build to buy the house that he's going to buy, mansions. That's right. And the African American community's brought into it. I'm going to be the next King James. I'm going to be the next NFL superstar so they can pound my brains out. So we're going to play college athletics, and none of them are going. All roads lead to Missouri, huh? The coach, you know why the coach resigned in Missouri? He's got cancer. He's got leukemia. He's got lymphoma. What's Westlake? What's the fire going on? It's all the same fight. That's why people can't understand with my fight. The NCAA slave league, the NFL being co-op, antebellum fucking slave. That's the Greek word. Antebellum means before the war. Antebellum's the Greek word. Alma mater's the Greek fucking word. I use all these, de facto the Greek word. I speak pretty good Latin. I understand Greek tragedies. I understand where it's based on, the mythology stories, which are all based on good and evil. Let's go back. But no, good one. Then, Hamilton, they had to kill him, but it was good. Not this time. Not this time, because it's all on nuclear fission and nuclear war. Evil won. Now, hopefully the kids, 1920, will be able to look back when we're all dead and gone and take it back. And they can take back good. That's the only hope. But we'll be all dead and gone. The dead bears that dropped dead in fucking Alaska, they closed off all the fucking clamming. They've closed off all the crabbing. They've closed off all the fucking sardine fishing. They've closed off all the anchovy because the Pacific Ocean's in free fall. You kill the Pacific Ocean, you kill the fucking earth. But no one gives a fuck. The emperor has no fucking clothes on. Again, that straw. I stood right there. My grandfather's name, Christian Anderson. My adopted fucking last name is the French word for white. There's no French blood in me. They chased me out of fucking Europe. I had to fucking sneak out of there in the middle of the night. Pravad knows because he's hiding in Austria. There's a bunch of people hiding in Austria that are in because the nuclear cartel is murdering. I was in the Netherlands when they killed the fucking journalist from India, the 84th one. He was killed on the 24th of fucking June. Said he choked. They're all being killed. The only place that will give political asylum protect because of Freedom Eisenblower. I was at Freedom Eisenblower's house. But, somebody says, I'll write a book. Yeah, I'm trying. But I'm on my own, and I know I'm on my fucking own. But that's just the way it is. And, the fake fucking softball activists, I get it. I understand that Kevin Campos had a cushy fucking life softballing the fucking hard truth. I understand Arnie Gundershield had a cushy life fucking masquerading the truth. But what's the alternative? If they don't play ball with them, all of them, Busby, they kill them. They know what happened. They know how many anti-nuclears have been killed. Real anti-nuclear acts, they kill them. The culture of hate has hit its new fucking zenith. Stand tuned while we can. While we're still alive, but cancer's going to kill fucking all of us.
Fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. Twin Gate, 311, whatever you want to